Hi, I'm Maida Webster from Connectables, and I love Lucie Arnaz Luckenbo, actress, singer, daughter of Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, and she has some exciting news to share.
I do. I made a big decision recently because this is the 60th anniversary of the I Love Lucy show this year, 2011, and it would have been my mother's 100th birthday, if you could imagine. And we've created several tributes around the country with memorabilia that both my mother and my father left behind. There's one at Universal Studios Hollywood and Universal Studios in Florida, a beautiful museum in Jamestown, New York, at the Lucille Ball Desi Arnaz Center, all created by memorabilia, items that my mom and my dad left behind after they passed away. And we shared with our family and friends and eventually with these beautiful museums. But there was still a lot left over that I did not want to part with until I was ready. Well, I'm ready. And I figured it was the best thing to possibly do would be to share it with the public, since they've been the ones who've kept her memory and his memory alive all this time. And so I've given it to Maida Webster at Connectables because I don't think anybody could do it better than she is. And so in celebration of that, one of the most valuable items, I think, that I've given you is a manuscript.
I agree. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it is the original typed up manuscript for the autobiography of my mother, which ended up being called Love, Lucie, but that none of us knew even existed when she died. She was getting ready to actually write an autobiography, she told me, and she was nervous because she was afraid she wouldn't be able to do it. So I thought she had never written one before, and a couple of years after she passed away, maybe 10 or something like that, we found this manuscript completely intact in the possession of her publicist when they were going through their things at their house. So I edited it and turned it into the book that was released called Love, Lucie. But it is the original manuscript with all of her notes on every page, what she wanted to put in, what she didn't want to put in.
I read through it. The notes are remarkable. It's worth looking at this most extraordinary piece, which you will never find again, because it is Lucille Ball's own annotations, corrections, questions that you then translated into this wonderful autobiography.
And it's interesting too, because some of the things that she put a big cross through, I left in.
You did?
Well, yeah, because I thought, well, she's crossing it out now because maybe she would have hurt somebody's feelings, but they're no longer here, and it's not going to hurt anybody's feelings. It's so many years later. This was written like 1964 or something like that.
Yes,
you know? So it's very valuable to see her attitude on each page and the handwriting and stuff like that. And it was written with a woman named Betty Hannah Hoffman. She interviewed my mother, and then between the two of them, they created this book, and then she sent it to my mother to figure out what she wanted to keep and didn't want to keep. And eventually she made all those notes and then said, I don't want you to even release it. And they put it in a box somewhere, never to be seen again until we found it after she passed away. So it's extremely unique and one of a kind of all of them. There's some other great things that you have, but this one is
to me, I agree with you. This belongs in any advanced collector's.
And the only reason I'm getting rid of it is that if I put it in a museum, you're never going to see the whole thing anyway. They're going to open it to one page and that's going to be it behind a block, you know.
Okay, so if we've piqued your curiosity, this is a no-brainer item for a serious collector. So, any questions, call me at 203-253-1162. Happy browsing, happy bidding.
Enjoy.
Cheers.